Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. One of the things of being in a relationship is that you most likely always want to do something that will make your partner or spouse happy. However, sometimes when you do that and it goes wrong, well then there's a problem. This one's from user Throwaway Wife Hates Me. My wife, 28 female, found out that my mother, 59 female, and I, 28 male, have been lying to her about our baby, 0 male, for months. This all went down about an hour ago, and my wife is still crying in our bathroom with the door locked. Backstory. We had our son, now 11 months old, while my wife is in residency. She took a few weeks off before giving birth, and then went back to work a few months after. While I transitioned my hours to part-time so that I could stay at home and raise our son. My mom moved in with us shortly after the birth in order to help out, which allows me to get in the few hours of work per day and also not get swamped with taking care of the baby and housework. She's quite old-fashioned and would definitely not prefer this arrangement with me being a stay-at-home dad, but she hasn't said anything to either of us and has been a great help. For anyone unfamiliar with medical residency, it is brutal. My wife has just over a year left. Sometimes she comes and goes for 1 to 3 days and our son is asleep the whole time she's home, which has been happening more as his sleep schedule shifted to sleeping through the night. My mom and I make sure that when she's home and the baby is awake, my wife gets him 100%. I know it's been hard on her, but unfortunately it's just going to have to be this way for another year. The first big milestone she missed was him rolling over. When she got home, my mom pulled her over to the baby all excited. I thought she was going to tell her, but instead she says, "Julie, you came home right on time. He's been moving about as if he's going to roll over." They both stood there encouraging him, and right on cue, he rolls. My wife was elated. She was so worried and guilty about not being there, and she took it as proof that she can still be a present mother while working. So we continued. I sent texts over with things she misses through the day so that it's not completely unbelievable, but my wife has been present for every single big milestone. He coincidentally started crawling with her right there. His first words were in front of her, and he began standing, cruising, and walking when she happened to be home. The walking one was difficult. There was a tough 7-day stretch where she just wasn't home during the daytime when he was awake, and his walking went from teetering to walking a couple steps pretty confident in that time. We put little beanbags in one of his pants pockets so he'd be wobbly and unbalanced, and it looked believable since he fell after the first step like he was doing a week ago. Yes, it was mean to our poor son, but my wife's face was worth it. Today, it all unraveled. So far, he can just say mama, dada, and nana. Yesterday, he started saying bye-bye. My wife has today off and has been home all morning. My mom and I have been trying to get him to say bye all day without giving it away that we already know he can say bye. Successfully got him to say bye to the ducks at the park, and we both gushed over his newest word the whole way home. My wife was using my phone to take pictures of him and began showing my mom at home while telling her about his newest word acquisition. She was swiping through my gallery and saw a video from yesterday and goes, "Oh, you never sent me this one." It was literally like a slow motion film happening in front of my eyes. I had taken the video of him yesterday waving bye-bye. My wife isn't an idiot. She figured the whole ruse out pretty much instantly. I've never seen her look so upset and heartbroken before. I couldn't say or do anything to comfort her. Now she's locked herself in the bathroom crying and won't come out. I'm on our bed hoping someone can please tell me what to do to make this better. So that's it. OP having the best intentions of making her wife feel good about what she's doing and also being a mom, well, he kinda went about it the wrong way. I think that everything else that OP's doing for his wife is fantastic, and the fact that the mom can be there to help out is also really cool. However, the lie, that wasn't a good thing. What do you guys think? I mean, I know OP's heart was in the right place, but how would you have gone about it in your case? So while you ponder on that, let's continue with the community comments to see what kind of advice OP got. Antioxidantal says, "Oh god, the title read as if you and your mom had a baby together and I was like dying, so this didn't seem as bad after thinking that." Nesyo35 says, "Oh man, this is a very different story from the one the title suggested it would be. Your intentions here are very, very kind, but lying to protect your wife's feeling is still lying. It sounds like your wife is feeling some guilt or ambivalence about not being able to spend as much time with your baby as she wishes she could. And pretending that she is a part of all of his firsts isn't ultimately going to help her deal with those feelings. You need to be honest with her and give her the space to feel whatever she feels about this. But she also needs to understand that a lot of working parents deal with the same disappointment she's feeling and come to terms with it." Leocadia says, "This is a difficult situation. Right now, my suggestion would be to give your wife space. She needs to process this. It's hard, but the fact is that you can't do anything to fix what she's feeling. Her emotions are incredibly heightened, not only from new motherhood, but from stress and pressure, and they're hers to ride out until she's ready to be helped. And frankly, she might not want that help from you. While I understand why you did what you did, and I see the love and compassion that fueled the choice, you and your mother were dishonest in a very complex and conspiratorial way. That's simply it. And your wife, even if she sees the love behind the choices you made, has been impacted by your dishonesty. She has been wronged. Right now, it's most important that you don't try to fix or chase away that feeling, because if you do, you will not lay a foundation to build up from this low and difficult point. Let your wife decide when she's ready to talk and be helped, and what form that help will take. Give her that space." OP responds, "I feel terrible. I genuinely just considered them little white lies that significantly improved her happiness and didn't harm anyone. I love her so much, and this is not what I wanted for her at all. I'm worried she's never going to forgive me." So, first thing, did you guys have that same problem with the title as OP wrote it? It does kind of give that hint, right? But that's off topic. To the point at hand, I think OP got very good advice from this last commenter to just give his wife space. In my opinion, I don't think that the wife is going to have problems forgiving OP. She might take a little bit of time to do it, but I'm sure she will see that OP's heart was in the right place. He did a wrong thing of lying to her, of course, but the intention was a positive one, you could say. I'm pretty sure if she sees it that way, eventually she will forgive him and her mother-in-law, hopefully. In any case, at this point, we don't know yet, so how about we move on to the update to see how this story unraveled. Don't think anyone would particularly care about an update, but I appreciated all the insight anyways, so here's an update. After I wrote the original post, my mom took my son to stay overnight with my wife's sister so that the two of us could have the house to ourselves. We pretty much just talked for an hour while constantly reaffirming that we love each other a lot and want to sort this out. I apologized and explained why I did what I did. She said that feeling like she was there for our son's milestones was really just a band-aid solution that didn't actually convince her she was present. She said that if she actually had been using the milestones to feel like she was present, this would probably have felt worse for her. But since she wasn't, in her words, deluding herself into thinking she's actually home, her main issue was that I lied, which hurt her feelings. I apologized and explained that I honestly thought that she would prefer the lying if given the choice. She said she understood where I was coming from and that she felt betrayed when she realized. But she sees that I was doing it because I love her and she thinks we'll probably laugh about it with our grandkids one day. Yes, I am very aware I don't deserve my wife. Some things came out on my end that I wasn't going to tell her and didn't mention in my last post, namely that I'm scared she's going to become life-ending. My uncle ended his life when I was a child, in part from working in a high-stress job where he made a huge and costly mistake. One of my wife's colleagues attempted to end their life while she was on maternity leave. Being a working mom is bad enough. Being a resident in this program is bad enough. Both combined are a recipe for trouble. Since our son was born and the incident with her colleague happened, I've been afraid that if her home life wasn't perfect, it would push her over the edge. Anyways, She reassured me that that's not happening, and I think saying it out loud also made me realize it's a pretty irrational, groundless fear. We ordered takeout and sat together watching the real videos I have of all our sons first. I also have a special folder of pictures videos of my son with my wife, so we went through that after. She almost choked from laughing so hard when I tentatively revealed the beanbag trick. I am the laughingstock of her friend group chat, so I guess we're already at the stage where we're laughing about it. Thank you to those who responded to the last post. The stereotype of someone in r/relationships advocating divorce every time anything happens is true. Well, OP, it sounds like a good outcome on your story. The good thing is that you guys didn't just talk. You were able to communicate, and you expressed how both of you felt regarding this whole situation that you're living through. You expressed your fears, and she expressed her concerns. And that is proper communication in a couple. So good for you, because based on that, now you're able to laugh about it and just move forward from there. Congratulations, OP. All the best to you and your family for this 2021. And so we've reached the end of the video. I truly hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and click like. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, here are more videos from my channel that you might enjoy. And having said all that, I will see you guys on the next video.